Hi, my name is Lloyd. I'd like to introduce you to a brand called Clevertouch. Clevertouch is a global manufacturer of interactive and non-interactive screen solutions. Clevertouch covers the full ecosystem that you require in your enterprise or your educational environment, including everything from room booking, signage, interactive collaborative screens, corporate messaging, etc. One of the greatest values of Clevertouch is that it's not just a screen, it's a screen with a whole bunch of software and value built in, and there's no additional licensing or software costs or ongoing recurring costs involved in using all those different platforms that are already built inside the screen. The Clevertouch screen we are profiling today is called the UX Pro range. The UX Pro is built specifically for corporates in mind, and it comes with a whole bunch of features built in. This is the built-in operating system that you're looking at right now. And the built-in operating system natively allows you to do things such as open a whiteboard, open the built-in browser, install any apps that you would prefer, mirror screens, and even open a signage platform and get signage content going to the screen. It also allows you to connect into the screen, whether that's via HDMI DisplayPort. It allows you to navigate over to the built-in Windows operating system, should you choose to add that to the screen. And it even has a USB-C input, which you can select. The USB-C input is quite special because all you would do is plug any device in with a USB-C connector, and the screen will actually charge your device and bring its video and touch signals all to the screen with that single USB-C cable. USB-C is obviously the new standard, and this will be something that your users will absolutely love. And then of course you can get status from the screen as well, such as Wi-Fi status, camera, network, etc, etc. So let's talk about the built-in presentation features that come with the screen. You'll see over here I have an icon on the right saying present. I can tap that with my stylus, which comes with the screen. The stylus is magnetic, so you can actually just leave it on the screen like that whenever you want to. Once I've selected the present icon, I'm presented with a bunch of options, such as a basic whiteboard session. This is once again the built-in whiteboard that comes with the screen. And what you'll see is I can draw. If I use the back side of the pen, I can actually set that to erase if I want to. I can also set the back side of the pen to be a different color if I want it as well. There's some other cool features such as routing to text recognition. So if I type in my name, it does give me the option then to convert that to regular text. And there's a whole bunch of other features built into the whiteboard which are very cool, including the shapes feature as well, where you can draw custom shapes, which is very, very handy for diagramming and other features or other applications. So if I go back to the home screen, you'll see there's also a files section. The files section allows me to bring in cloud documents such as Dropbox. I think if I go to there, you'll see if I hit the add section, add accounts, I can do Google Drive and OneDrive documents and bring them into the screen. I can also bring in storage, files from storage such as a network drive or a USB thumb drive or whatever it might be. I can mirror as well, so I can actually mirror a device to the screen. We should be able to mirror a laptop to the screen right now. This is completely wireless. This is using an app called Clevershare, which you can install on any mobile device or laptop. In this case, we've actually installed it on a laptop. So this laptop is sitting on our boardroom table and we're screen sharing it wirelessly to the screen. And I'm also able to actually control the laptop wirelessly just by pressing the screen. So that's something called touchback. Even if I click over here and perhaps I would like to switch between different apps, I can do that as well. So let's go back to the home screen. There is the built-in browser of the screen as well, which with quite a handy nifty little feature, which is your snipping tool. So if I click on there, I can snip a section of my web browser and actually send that to the screen's built-in whiteboard. and you'll see it clips it over to the whiteboard, and that image now is available on my whiteboard. I'm able to rotate, pinch and zoom, and of course I'm able to still also annotate over the image, do various things. So if I go back to the home screen again, there's also a full built-in signage platform called Clevertouch. If I tap on that, this will play preloaded signage content which we've loaded into the screen, and it can include RSS news feeds, ticker tapes, weather information, web pages, YouTube videos, images, whatever you want to do. So when the screen is not being used for interactive collaboration, it can be playing corporate messaging to anyone. So that's very nifty. So let's talk about some of the other built-in app features which come with the screen. If I hit the present icon, I actually am presented with default Android apps that have been installed on this particular screen. If I hit the plus sign, I can actually add more Android apps such as Chrome. You can add your full Office suite on here, so Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, all those kinds of Android apps can be added to the screen natively as well. If I go back to the home screen, you'll see, for example, we have actually installed Teams and Zoom on the screen. There's lots of ways to integrate Clevertouch with video conferencing platforms, and it all depends on the application, but yes, you can run Teams and Zoom on the screen. You could also take the output of the screen into a video conferencing solution and use it as a whiteboarding input through a video conferencing call. Very easy to achieve that. We can talk about that on a per project basis. There is a button called End Meeting. The End Meeting button is quite cool because it basically ensures security. So if one meeting is ended and the next guys are walking into the room, if you end the meeting, it will obviously then clear all the data that you were working on. So it could be temporary browser files, your whiteboards, all the sensitive data that you were working on, and then it makes the screen ready for the next people walking in, and ensures that you're not sharing sensitive data with the next group of people. Connecting your devices to the UX Pro screen. You'll see there's an icon in the middle of the home screen called Connect. If I press that, I'm presented with the input options into the screen. So top option there is OPS. OPS is actually the option that you have to install an OPS slot, Intel approved OPS slot PC into the screen, which actually mounts inside the screen and is powered by the screen. That would be if you want to add a Windows base PC into the screen. So that will be a standard Windows 10 PC where you can install your Windows apps that you might want to use. And you can navigate to that simply by pressing the OPS button. And now we're presented with our built-in Windows PC inside the screen, where I can navigate to my Chrome browser, whatever it might be that I want to do. So that's important to note for customers who don't necessarily want to be running apps on the Android environment too much. They're actually more invested in the Windows environment. Lux is your built-in Android operating system. So Lux just gets me back to this area. Obviously you've got HDMI and DisplayPort inputs as well. Probably one of the most special inputs on the screen is your USB Type-C input. So the Type-C input is beautiful for any user that has a laptop that has a USB-C port, or a tablet or a mobile device with a USB-C port. By simply plugging a single USB-C cable into that device, it will send the video of the device up onto screen and the touch signals, and it will even power your laptop as well, or your mobile device. So that's kind of where connectivity is going these days. USB-C is the new buzzword, and you'll see all modern devices are coming out with that single USB-C connector to handle everything from video, networking, power, bandwidth. Some other really nifty features of the screen, some of them are optional. For example, there's a motorized stand which can actually adjust the height of the screen. So there's a switch which I'm going to press over here, which you can actually locate anywhere. And this will change the height of the screen for different users. This is probably one of the most commonly requested features amongst corporates, so I think it's very cool to note. There's also a built-in motion sensor inside the screen, or proximity sensor, that the screen will wake up if it was asleep, and your users will have the screen available on the correct input. There's also an NFC card reader built into the screen, so you can have it programmed such that when, let's say it's teachers or users walk in, when they scan their card, the screen basically logs into all their accounts, and all the settings on the screen go to exactly the settings that they had previously stored on the screen. So that's quite a cool feature as well. And of course, the stylus actually has a magnetic mounting system that you can just leave it inside the screen like that.